Welcome to today's edition of Crypto Corner at InvestorIdeas.com. News on what's driving the cryptocurrency market. Hey everyone, this is Sam Mowers here. Welcome to episode 685 of the Crypto Corner podcast. For news today, Bitfarms has shared a production and mining update. Argo Blockchain has purchased 20,000 miners. DIGI has announced its financial results, and Blue Sky has posted a new company mining record. But just before we get into the show, a quick reminder that if you enjoyed this podcast, to please feel free to share it or leave us a review. And as always, I recommend checking out some of the other podcasts on InvestorIdeas.com. This includes the Cannabis Podcast, the Clean Tech and Climate Change Podcast, as well as many others, all of which will bring you up to speed on the latest stock news and trends in their respective spaces. Alright, so Bitfarms Limited, which trades on the Nasdaq as BITF, has published a Bitcoin production and mining's operations update. Highlights include the mining of 305 new Bitcoins during the month of September 2021, as well as the receipt and installation of the first 540 miners of 2,200 Bitmain S19J Pro and 300 Micro BT M30S miners scheduled for delivery in the month. Emiliano Grodzki, Bitfarms founder and CEO, commented, quote, "Third quarter 2021 marks Bitfarms' highest quarterly Bitcoin production in 2021, capitalizing on growth investments throughout the year and macro events in China. Following these macro events, which resulted in the Bitcoin network's largest ever reduction in difficulty, the network is experiencing a steady recovery but remains below historic highs." End quote. Argo Blockchain, which trades on the Nasdaq as ARBK, has executed a purchase agreement for 20,000 Bitmain Antminer S19J Pro machines expected to be delivered and installed at its future Texas facility in monthly batches from Q2 2022 through to Q3 2022. The company's mining capacity is expected to be 1.7 exahash by mid-Q4 this year, but upon installation of these new miners will be up to 3.7 exahash by the end of Q3 2022. DIGI Global Inc., which trades on the CSE as DIGI, has announced its financial results for the 3 and 6 months ended July 31st, 2021. Now, this includes a lower than anticipated revenue of $47,000 Canadian for the 6 months, which excludes an unrealized gain on digital currencies of $2.65 million in the second quarter. According to the press release, DIGI continues to spend approximately $200,000 per month in development costs and operation support on a go-forward basis after slightly higher development costs earlier in the year for Crypto Divine and Crypto Hawk. Blue Sky Digital Assets Corp., which trades on the CSE as a BTC, has mined an implied and combined unaudited total of a corporate record $1,044,277 Canadian worth of cryptocurrencies in Q3. That's 9.25 Bitcoins and 160.75 Ethereum. CEO Ben Gelfand said, quote, "Q3 2021 was the first quarter ever in the corporation's history where the corporation mined over $1 million Canadian of cryptocurrencies. The corporation is in the process of strategically acquiring additional mining hardware to fully utilize available capacity and continue to increase exponentially future quarterly and ongoing revenue returns." End quote. That does it for today's Crypto Corner. If you would like to be a guest or sponsor for this podcast, contact InvestorIdeas.com. Investor Ideas reminds all listeners to read our disclaimers and disclosures on the InvestorIdeas.com website. And this podcast is not an endorsement to buy products, services, or securities. Investors are reminded all investment involves risk and possible loss of investment. To hear more InvestorIdeas.com podcasts, please visit InvestorIdeas.com/audio. And a reminder, you can also hear our podcasts on Apple Podcasts, Audible, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker.com, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, and most audio platforms available.